Angela and I, again, are very excited about presenting this to you, how to create a six-figure income by giving away mobile apps. This is one of the most amazing business models that I have come across in my 15 years of internet marketing. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about what we've been able to do with it so far. We're excited about what our students have been doing with it. We've got numerous students that are already, and this has only been a month since we've really been doing this, they're already building apps. They're getting those apps published. They're starting to create income with those apps. It's very, very exciting what we're seeing out there. So I've got a lot of information to cover, and so I want to go ahead and just dive in so that we can get through all of that within the next little bit. Okay. So what I want to talk about first off is what you won't learn tonight. Number one, you're not going to learn how to build mobile apps for local businesses. Okay? We're not going to focus on that. We've got a completely different business model. There's a lot of programs out there that show you how to build mobile apps for local businesses and sell to local businesses. It's a really good business model. But really, this is all about selling. Building mobile apps for local businesses is all about selling. If you're a salesperson, this is a perfect model for you. If you're not a salesperson, if you don't like sales, what we're going to talk to you about tonight is going to be absolutely perfect. The other thing you're not going to learn tonight is how to build the next Angry Birds. A lot of people getting into the app business have this vision, have this dream that they're going to come up with the next Angry Birds. They're going to come up with the next great big app. So they put all their eggs in one single basket. And guess what happens more often than not? Yeah, right. They end up losing. So again, we're not going to teach you how to do that. What we are going to teach you is how to create, give away, and generate $100 a day apps. And when I say $100 a day, I mean apps that are generating, single apps, generating $100 per day per app. That's what we're going to teach you tonight. That's what you're going to learn tonight. So let's take a look at the marketplace, just so you can kind of get a lay of the land here and really understand what it's all about. So, number one, number of smartphones sold exceeded the number of PCs sold last year. Now, I want you to kind of wrap your head around that. There are more smartphones being sold, and this trend will continue, I think, forever now. There are more smartphones being sold than there are computers. More smartphones being sold than there are computers. As a matter of fact, tablets, right? iPads, Android tablets. I've got an Android tablet. I love it. Tablets alone should pass PC sales in the next 2 to 3 years and then continue that trend again for the foreseeable future. That's what's happening in the marketplace. And because of this, because of the fact that people are using now their smartphones as their internet connection, their email, for browsing, they're certainly using tablets more and more for that. They're getting away, they're unplugging from their desktop, even their laptop, this matter. What that's driving is this incredible app market. Apps are now a $10 billion a year marketplace, and they're growing at 100% per year. Think about that. It's an amazing growth rate. The timing of this is absolutely perfect, because in reality, even though it's a $10 billion a year marketplace, the reality is it's still in its infancy. It's still in its early stages. It truly is like the early stages, the early days of the internet. I can remember back when the internet first got started, and especially internet marketing first got started, and what a great opportunity, what tremendous opportunities were being generated during that time. And that's exactly what we have right here in this marketplace. So I like to set the stage here by showing you what's possible. These two young guys that you see here on the screen are a couple of entrepreneurs out of San Diego, California, which is just to the south of where I am right now. Kwok Bui, Michael Moon. They're co-founders of a company called Free the Apps. And when I say company, I use that term loosely. It's not really a company. There's no building. There's no office. They don't have employees. It's just these two guys. Okay, these two guys. That's it. Working from home offices. Okay, and I want to show you what they've accomplished since they started to use this business model that we're talking about tonight. They currently, right now, have 20 free apps in the app stores. Okay, they have 20 free apps in the app stores. So they're giving away their apps. They're giving them away. These apps that they have in the app stores are earning them, on average, $77,452 a month. A month for free. Nobody's paying money for these apps. They're not buying these apps. They're simply downloading these apps for free, and because they have the right monetization strategy, which we're going to teach you about tonight, they're earning over $77,000 a month. But wait, it gets better. They recently sold their app portfolio, this 20 app portfolio. I like to call it a portfolio because that's exactly what it is. They sold their portfolio to a company out of Southern California here called Bitsio for over $2 million. How cool is that? A couple of guys decided that they had no app building experience. They're not developers, but they decided they were going to get into the business, and they did. And here's what's, and I'll tell you, this is not an isolated story. This isn't like the best of the top of the heap couple of guys. There are so many people just like this making this kind of money. It really has been flying under the radar now for the past couple of years. So I'm so excited about sharing what's possible with you. So let's get into really what it comes down to at this point. What it comes down to at this point is a simple 5-step process. Step 1 is identifying the right niche markets. Okay, you got to identify the right niche markets to get into. Once you've identified those markets, then the next step, step 2, is to build simple information apps for those markets. You're going to build simple information apps for those markets. And I'm going to get drilled down on these steps here in a minute, so don't worry about it. So step 2, build simple information apps for those niche markets. Step 3 is monetizing. It's monetizing those apps for those particular markets. Okay, and there is a process with that. There's a science and an art to that. Step 4, then you give away the apps. You give them away to your niche audience. Okay, and there's a number of ways to do that. We're going to touch on a couple of those ways tonight. Finally, here's my favorite step. Out of this entire simple 5-step process, here's my favorite step. Step 5, you cash your checks. Every month the checks come in. You cash your checks. This is the simple 5-step process. Basically, you just go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4 to step 5, back up to step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up to step, so on and so on. You get it? This is just kind of a revolving cycle that you go through in building apps and doing it the right way. It's a very simple process. So let's get into it now, so I can show you exactly how all of this works. Step 1, finding the right niche markets. So first and foremost, you have to identify the most profitable niches. Okay, I think I'm stating the obvious here, but a lot of people miss this. Just because there's a lot of people that maybe would want your free app, the reality is it needs to be a profitable niche. We show you how to identify those profitable niches. One of the cool ways to do it, there's a very cool tool out there called AppAnnie.com. If you go to AppAnnie.com, it lists out all of the top free apps in both the iTunes and Google Play stores. And it breaks them down by category, so you can see exactly by category, by niche market, what's being downloaded most. Okay, what's being downloaded most, and you can get some really good ideas about the areas that are doing very, very well what niches are doing very well. This is a great way to begin to identify the most profitable niches. Google Trends is another great resource to use. I don't know if any of you have ever gone to or looked at Google Trends. If you just go to Google and type in Google Trends, it'll take you right to the Google Trends site. Google Trends is great because it's exactly what it sounds like. It shows you what's currently trending, what's hot. And you can get a lot of great ideas for apps by looking at Google Trends. And finally, a really cool tool to use, one that most people don't know about. If you've been into internet marketing for years, this is something that you may be familiar with. It's called the PLR store. And if you go look for it, you could just put in theplrstore.com. The PLR store is private licensing rights. That's what PLR stands for. It is broken down by niche, by marketplace. Basically, what it gives you the ability to do, if you're, say, you're an internet marketer, it gives you the ability to purchase and use as your own ebooks that have already been written and articles that have already been written in particular niche markets. The great thing about the PLR store, it also allows you to identify hot niches. What's really hot right now? What people are really wanting. So it shows you the not just the trends, but it really shows you what's in demand right now. So finding the right niche market is definitely step one. Once you've done that, once you've done your homework, once you've accumulated and you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different solid ideas then for apps at that point for your niche markets, and you can have 2 or 3 different niche markets that you're developing apps for. We certainly do. But at that point then, what you end up doing, step 2, building these simple, what we call informational apps. You build simple information apps, and the idea here is you want to build a large number of these apps, because remember, you're giving them away, and we're going to show you a way that you could build these apps absolutely free. What you're looking at here on the screen is one of our free app builders. This app builder doesn't cost a single thing for you to use. It's very, very simple to use, very user-friendly. Matter of fact, let me take you to it right now. I'm going to take it to you live. I always like going live to things in a webinar because you never quite know what will happen. Sometimes it can be a bit dangerous, but here we go. This is one of our, matter of fact, this is our most popular app that we have out there right now, PALEO Diet Tips. We've only had it out for 4 weeks. It's already got about 2,200 downloads, and it just keeps on cranking at this point. So PALEO Diet Tips, and built this entirely within this app builder, very simple app builder. Right here you can see all of the different types of content that you can have, that you can put into a single app. And of course you wouldn't put all of this, but this gives you an idea of the types of things, and it's very, very simple. I mean, you could put different social media feeds into an app. You could put Twitter feeds, Facebook, Live Album, Instagram, general content. You can put RSS feeds, which we do a lot with. RSS feeds are simple, easy to deal with. You can put Yelp reviews. You could put an events calendar in there. You can put e-commerce. You could actually have an Amazon store inside an app, which is very, very cool. Custom pages allows you to build very simple HTML pages. And again, when I say simple, I don't mean you have to know how to build an HTML page. Basically, if you can work with a blog, right? If you could just work with a very simple editor, then you could build a page in here using just this custom content tab right here. But for the most part, most of these tabs, including the video tab, basically all you're doing is bringing in content feeds from the outside. You can see on the screen here, on the phone screen, you can see this is actually a video feed. This is a video content that we have coming in from YouTube, different paleo recipes, paleo tips, ideas, that type of thing, that are being fed in and are part of the app. But you can see on the right hand side, if I go ahead and click on any of these, I'm going to click on recipes up here. you'll see it appear right here on the screen, the right-hand side. And that's the beauty of this very, very simple piece of software. It shows you what you're building as you're building it. Okay, it shows you what you're building as you're building it. So you can see every step of the way exactly what the app is going to look like before you even publish it, before it's even built. And again, very, very simple process, very simple step by step. All of that content, you have the ability. So basically what you're doing in step one is you're doing your research, you're finding the profitable niches, you're identifying the apps that you want to build, then you're finding all of the content for those apps. And basically what we teach is we teach you to build app folders. For instance, I've got a folder for paleo diet tips. I've got a folder for all of our apps, right? Separate folders. And in those folders, I have all of the content that I want to have in that app before I even get into here to begin to build it. Does that make sense? So basically you've done all your homework, you've pulled all the content in that you want for a particular information app. Once you've done that, then it's very simple to come in here into our app builder and basically just lay it out. Basically just put it all together at that point. That's the beauty of this particular builder. It's very simple and very easy. So give you an example with paleo diet tips. Once I had assembled all of that content, once I had it all in the folder and I had images that I wanted, etc., for my app that I knew I was going to need to have, and we teach you about all of that within our program. Once I had all that, it literally took me, oh gosh, maybe 30 minutes, 30 total minutes to build this app. 30 minutes. And I have people looking at this app going, wow, you know, what did you pay somebody? I mean, you must have paid thousands of dollars to have this app built. And when I tell them that I didn't pay a single dime, I built it myself, and they say, oh my gosh, are you a programmer? And I say, no, I'm not a programmer. I'm a marketing guy. That's my background. I am definitely not a programmer. So I built this in 30 minutes. This is so non-techy. This is just point and click and drag content in. It's super, super simple. It really, really is. So again, don't be intimidated by this piece. This is actually a very simple, very easy piece, and we have many students that had absolutely zero technical background. They've never built a website, they've never built a blog, nothing like that are now in here using this builder, successfully building apps. So again, very, very simple process. This is step 2, building the app using our free app builder. So once you've done that, then it's time to monetize your apps. And you're going to monetize your apps. Remember, you're giving these apps away. You aren't charging. You aren't charging 99 cents or $1.99 or $2.99, the common pricing for apps that are being sold in the app space. You are monetizing your apps using two things. You're using Ad Network, and in this case, you can see it's AdMob. AdMob was actually purchased by Google not too long ago. This is an ad network. And if I take you back, actually I'll show it to you here on a slide in a minute, but an ad network basically creates banners on your app. Banners that are related to that particular niche market. And the way you make money with it is people click on those banners and you get paid per click. So you're getting pennies, 3 cents here, 5 cents here, 6 cents there, but it adds up. Especially when you're getting hundreds as we are, hundreds of downloads a day on our apps, it starts to add up very, very quickly. So that's one way. The other way is through affiliate offers. And I'll show you an affiliate offer here. On the left-hand side, this happens to be our gluten-free app, which is doing very well, by the way. Here's the banners that we talked about. The banners run at the bottom of the app. So they're fairly non-obtrusive. People would click on this banner and it would take them to a particular ad site or whatever. And again, it takes them there within the app itself. But here's the other way, and this is the way that really, really can make you some outstanding money. And this is really what drives the $100 a day program, $100 a day plan. These are affiliate offers. What you see on the screen right here is a gluten-free diet plan and recipe book. And this is offered through ClickBank. And so basically, we're ClickBank affiliates. We bring this in, and anybody that has our gluten-free app, which is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have our gluten-free app, they have the opportunity to click on this to get this book. Every time they do that, every time they purchase this book, it's an ebook, purchase this book, we make anywhere from $15 to $20. $15 to $20. So you're making pennies on people clicking these banners. You're making anywhere from 15 to 20, even more, on affiliate type offers that you could put inside your app as well. And we teach you how to do that. It's actually very simple, using the app builder that I just showed you to insert these ads. Quite easy to do this. But this is step 3, monetizing your apps. Step 4 is giving the apps away. Now, you're going to get a lot of action, and I'm going to show you the action that we're getting here in a minute. A lot of action just by having your apps in the App Store. And if you do it the right way is the way that we teach you how to do it, you're going to get a lot of visibility in the app stores and you're going to get a lot of downloads. But we're going to teach you other ways. We're going to teach you how to target your niche groups and fan pages on Facebook, number 1, because you're going to be, through social media, you're going to be giving this away. Okay, you're going to be giving it away through social media, your apps. We're going to show you how to target groups on Twitter. Twitter is a fantastic tool to use to give your apps away. And blogs. There's a lot of blogs out there that are very niche focused, right? They're focused on the particular niche markets that you'd be focused on and building apps for. So approaching the blog owner and saying, hey, I've got a great app that's focused in your niche market. I'd love to have you take a look at it. It's free. And then if you like it, maybe you can do a write-up on it. Maybe you could do a review on it, and we can give it away to your audience, right? And blog owners love it because, number 1, they can offer something to their audience that's absolutely free of charge, that has a tremendous amount of perceived value. So giving your apps away there's a lot more to it than simply getting it published in the Google Play Store or iTunes App Store. There's a lot more to it, and we teach you how to do it because, again, focused on building it to a point to where each app is generating $100 a day. So let's kind of take a look at, well, here, first off, I want to show you a little bit of an example of what we do on Facebook. We'll go on to Facebook and say something like, I just published my new app, Paleo Diet Tips, at the Google Play Store. If you have an Android phone, feel free to download it and give me your feedback. Okay, so we basically have our folks go out to the different groups, the different niches, and they basically just start posting this out there. And remember, it isn't spam. We're giving this away. We're giving something of value away to these markets. And the response has been tremendous, and it absolutely is helping drive our great download numbers. And what begins to happen at that point is this. What begins to happen is you start to see some tremendous growth in your app, and just these great numbers start pouring in. This is our Paleo Diet Tips from July the 11th to August the 14th. Okay, so for a little more than a month's time. It actually got started, I think we put it into the Google Play Store on July the 9th. Okay, so it's been out for a little more than a month. We've already had 2,022 downloads as of August 14th. Last 7 days we've had 464 downloads. So again, what begins to happen is people begin, if you go into the Google Play Store right now and you put in Paleo Diet, our app shows up at either number 3 or number 4 out of all of the apps related to the Paleo Diet. And there's about 78 different apps. we show up number 3 or number 4, and we teach you how to do that. We teach you how to get that kind of visibility. And again, it's not difficult to do, it's just most people don't know how to do it. But this is what begins to happen. So let me show you a little bit more of a visual on how it works. So you've got your free apps out in the marketplace. On your free apps, you're running banner ads, you're running affiliate offers, you're running even other paid apps, okay, all generating income. But here's the really cool thing about it. Free apps equals a lot of traffic. One of the things that you can do, and one of the things we teach you how to do, is you can actually build an opt-in screen on your app to generate a list, an opt-in list. And let me tell you how well this works. And I'll give you the example of the boys. I call them the boys, Quack and Michael, that I showed you up front, Free the Apps fellas. They had one app that they decided to try it with at the beginning of the month. So they put a capture screen on their app, and over the course of that month, they generated 80,000 opt-ins on one single app. 80,000 opt-ins. Folks, this drives traffic and allows you to build a list like nothing I've ever seen in the internet marketing world. And I've tried everything. I've built huge lists before. There's nothing that I've ever seen or done that comes close to what you can do with apps in building lists as well. It's a great traffic generator. So here we are. Let's roll up our sleeves now. Let's really get down to business. Let's talk about the $100 a day plan. Here's how it works. You work up to getting about 500 downloads a day per app. We're at about 100 downloads a day now on our best app, and that keeps climbing. We've got a number of other apps that are getting close to 100 downloads a day. To get up to about 500 downloads a day, that takes a couple of months, and you'll be tracking at about 500 downloads a day per app on your good apps. Okay, that's why you want to build a large number of them, because what you're looking for is you're looking to see what begins to stick. 500 downloads a day per app, and what we're seeing is about a 1% conversion rate on the offers that we have in those apps. What does that mean? 1% conversion on 500 downloads a day, that's about 5 sales a day. 5 sales a day, our average sale, $19.62. What does that generate? $98.10 per day per app. Now again, that fluctuates. There are definitely higher averages than 1962. There are some that are a little bit lower. But this right here, this very simple formula that you see on the screen is exactly how we're generating $100 a day, exactly how we're teaching our people to generate $100 a day. But let's look at this. Let's look at the big picture of what this really does at this point, okay? Let's look at the big picture. The big picture is this. It's what I call monetization economics. So 10 apps a day 10 apps a day would be generating, using the example on the past slide, would be generating $981 a day. 25 apps a day, $2,452 a day. 50 apps a day, $4,905 a day. And what if you had 100 apps out there? And that's very conceivable, especially if you build it over the course of a year. 100 apps, easily able to do. Remember I told you, it takes you 30 minutes to build an app. Might take you a couple hours to do your research to pull your content together. 100 apps, $9,800 a day. I know most of you look at this and go, well, Rick, that $981 a day would be fine with me. I just want to show you what's more than doable here, what's possible, and what's being done in the marketplace today. That's the crazy thing about it. But here's the best part about this business model. Here's the best part about it. It's generating residual and passive income. What do I mean by that? Well, once you build an app, it keeps getting downloads over and over and over. You could do your initial marketing push, get it out there, and then it just feeds off of itself. Because once you've done your initial marketing push, you've got tremendous amount of visibility then in the app stores. And what that does for you at that point is it gets you higher rankings. The higher rankings you have in the App Store, the more downloads you get. Okay? There's a little bit more to it than that, but that's pretty much it. So as you begin to generate these apps, it's not like you're going out and you're just selling the app. Right? Like if you did like an ebook or something and you sold the ebook, and pretty much once you've done that, or you create an internet program, you sell it, you might get a few residual sales every now and then, but for the most part you're done with it. With the app business, it's solid residual income, and it's passive. Why? I sleep and I make money. I go on vacation, I make money. The app doesn't ever stop working. It's working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is fantastic passive income. And one thing I don't mention here, it's part-time. I mean, believe it or not, Kwok and Michael work maybe 20 hours a week in their business. Maybe 20 hours a week. They've embraced the 4-hour work week, you know, except they do 20 hours a week. They've embraced it, and they're making $70-some-odd thousand a month on their free apps. Okay, so you don't have to do that. You can have a full-time job and still be able to put enough time to start generating $100 a day apps. And as you get into it, and as you see the income flow, it's a beautiful way to build a business with little or to no money out of your pocket, and be able to see an income stream coming in, a couple $100 a day, part-time, to where you can get yourself to a point to where you could say realistically, you know what, I can walk away from my full-time job. But again, because you could do this at any time. Unlike some of the other app building models, like local business, you know, building mobile apps for local businesses, you have to sell those to businesses during the day. How do you do that part-time? How do you do that when you work during the day? This is the kind of business that you could do at midnight, you could do at 10 o'clock at night, you could do at 3 o'clock in the morning, you could do it at noontime. It doesn't matter. You can do it on Saturday, a Sunday. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of this business model. That's the beauty of how the financial end of it works with this business model. So, what you're looking to do is to build your app portfolio. This is a shot of our app portfolio as it stands right now. We've got 7 apps in our app portfolio, covering a number of different things. We've got simple, easy recipes. We've got gluten-free living, paleo diet tips, free handicapping tips for horse race, which is a really great niche market, by the way. Healthy pregnancy tips we just published. So we've got a number of different apps in here serving a number of different markets. You're looking to build an app portfolio for 2 reasons. Primary reason is to generate that $100 a day per app income. Okay? That's your primary reason. But your secondary reason, remember that final point that I made about Kwok and Michael and their business? What happened to their portfolio? It was purchased. It was purchased. And here's how that works. You can actually sell your app portfolio. There's a business out there called App Business Brokers. And what they do is they buy and sell app portfolios. And let me tell you the really good news. The really good news is there are more people looking to purchase app portfolios than there are app portfolios in the marketplace. It's a seller's market right now, a seller's market. So this is what can happen. I'll show you 3 that just recently sold. One of these is a single app, the other are portfolios. This is a single app right up here at the top. This was a top producing app. I'm not sure what the market was. It wasn't anything like it wasn't a game or anything like that. It was just, you know, in a regular niche market. It was generating $771,000 in cash flow for the year, okay, over 12 consecutive months. They got $2.6 million for this app. $2.6 million. Here's a app portfolio that was put together. I'm not sure how many apps were in this portfolio, a number of apps. It was generating about a little over $800,000 in cash flow. It sold for $2,250,000. Then I've got a smaller example here for you. This was a portfolio generating $183,000 in revenue over the course of the year, covering different categories: entertainment, utilities, games, photography. They got $395,000 for their portfolio. Now, you don't have to sell your portfolio, but we're going to teach you how to build it to sell it. So you have that option. You can hang on to it forever and just have it just generate hundreds and hundreds of dollars a day for you, and you just hang on to it. Or you can do like a lot of guys do, who build a portfolio, they sell it. They build another one, they sell it. They build another one, they sell it. There are guys, people that are going through 12, 15-month cycles in building portfolios and just flipping them, right? It's an amazing business opportunity, amazing model. This is just another option in building your portfolio. So, how does all this work? What have we put together that will allow you, that will facilitate, that will bring this opportunity to you? We've put together Social App Income. It's a 6-week training program. Takes you step by step from knowing absolutely nothing to being pretty darn proficient in 6 weeks' time. So let's break this down. Let me show you what's in here. The first thing that's going to happen when you sign up, you're going to go right into our training area. We've got all of our training. It's already done. It's already inside our training area. So you're going to have immediate access to our training modules right off the bat. Let me break these training modules down for you. Week 1, and we break it down by weeks. What I don't want is I don't want you biting off more than you can chew. So we pace it out at a very reasonable pace. And again, because it's all recorded, because it's all video-based content, you can access it whenever you want, however you want. You can pace it however you want. Even though I'm going to go through 6 weeks of content here, you don't have to do it in 6 weeks. You could do it in 12 weeks. You could do it in 18 weeks. You could do it however, whenever you want to. But I won't open the second module for you until you've been in the first one for a week. Okay? Because I want you to absorb it. I want you to really understand it before you move on to the next one. So here's what we've got in week 1 for you. How to pick the right categories for your apps. We're really drilling down and helping you identify and do the right kind of market research to help you target the right profitable audience. We go into real depth into this so that we help you come up with ideas for apps. That's what it's all about. We're going to help you come up with great ideas for these apps. We're going to show you how to set up your app marketplaces the right way. And when I say app marketplaces, I mean Google Play Store, iTunes, Windows, all of them. How to choose the right app name. Apps are very keyword centric because the marketplaces are really search engines. It's really what they are, which makes apps keywords. So we're going to teach you how to choose the right app name so that it gets maximum visibility in the app stores. We're going to teach you some really cool SEO strategies, some really simple things here in week 1 so that your app gets that maximum visibility I was just talking about in all of the app stores. So that covers week 1. In week 2, we get into a little more in depth, and this is where we start to teach you how to actually build the app. We start getting into graphics and design elements, and don't get concerned, don't get worried. We're going to show you how to find these graphics, how to get these graphics. You don't have to build them. You don't have to be a graphic designer. Don't worry about it. We're going to show you how to do this very easy, very simply. But it's a very important element. Graphically, there's 2 things that people look at when they go to download an app, even a free app. They look at the visuals that are associated with the app, and they look at the app description. So we're going to teach you some very key copywriting strategies, what you need to say to compel people to download your app. Again, very simple strategies. You don't have to be a writer. We're going to show you how to do it in week 2. Then we're going to show you how to build your app. Just like I did earlier, we're going to take you into our app builder and we're going to show you how to build your own apps for free. Then we're going to show you some initial key monetization strategies to get the most out of your apps right away. And then how to test your apps and get them ready to submit to the different marketplaces. Because what's going to happen here in week 3 is, guess what? We're going to teach you how to submit your app to the app stores to get accepted. Now, I can tell you this. Apple's the hardest. iTunes the hardest. iTunes, you have to jump through some hoops. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to get approved. Android markets, there's no approval process. You could get published instantly. So we're going to focus on that marketplace first and foremost. We're going to focus on the Android market because you're going to see instant success in the Android market. We're going to teach you more monetization strategies here in week 3 to get even more out of your apps once you've got them out there and you've got them published. So in week 4, what we get into is basically, now that you've got some apps out there, we're going to show you how to analyze your stats and your data to basically find out what you need to tweak to maximize your app's potential. There's a lot of information that you're going to get from your apps from the marketplace. We're going to show you what to do with that and how to use that to your benefit. We're going to get into some advanced monetization techniques to get even more revenue out of each app. Listen, your apps are and should be income revenue generating machines. And so the more ways that we can teach you about how to get money out of them, the better. And we kind of do that in steps. So this advanced monetization technique drills down on it even more so. We're going to show you how to take advantage of our app network that we're building to explode your income. Okay, we're building an app network of other appreneurs, of people that are interested in purchasing apps and people that are interested in cross-promoting our apps. So we're going to plug you right into our app network, which again is going to help you explode your app portfolio. Then we're also going to talk about here in week 4 some advanced marketing techniques, again, to get a lot more visibility for your apps. And what happens when you get more visibility for your apps? Well, you're going to end up getting a lot more downloads. So then we go on to week 5. Week 5, how to motivate and reward your customers. The people who have been downloading your apps, how to reward them and motivate them to download even more of your apps. Okay, so we're going to show you how to do that here in week 5. There's a really cool upgrade strategy that you can use to get even more income. We're actually going to show you how to test your apps so that you can figure out, are you going to make more money keeping your app free and getting the advertising revenue, or what if I charged $1.99 on my app? Will the market purchase my app, and will I make more that way than I will off of offering it for free? We're going to test some strategies and show you how to do that here in week 5. Really cool thing that we're going to show you is how to piggyback off of other apps that for the most part your competitors have. Okay, we're going to show you how to piggyback off of other people's apps to be able to make money. This is where that email list building technique comes in that I talked about earlier. We're going to show you how to build that here into your apps in week 5, the tricks, the techniques, so that you can generate a huge mailing list from your apps as well. We're also going to show you here in week 5 how to start building quality apps that will even go further in the different app stores. Finally, we've got week 6. Week 6, I am going to show you, because there are some of you that will like to jump into the local business market. We're going to show you how to leverage what you've learned in the local business market and show you how to make money in the local business market. We're going to show you how to create and grow your own network of appreneurs, people that will cross-promote your apps. We already have a network in place. We're constantly building it and growing it. You're going to be able to take advantage of that, but we're going to show you how to grow your own here in week 6. We're going to show you some advanced SEO tricks to get even more downloads, and we're going to show you how to sell your apps through our network, or the one that you build. So we're going to show you how to sell your apps, your app portfolio is what I'm talking about now, ultimately by plugging into some of the companies we've plugged into to be able to do that. Then finally, how to outsource either parts of or your entire business. You can have people that are building your apps for you, that are researching apps for you, that are doing everything, that are marketing your apps for you. We're going to show you how to do this in week 6 as well. So on top of all of this amazing hours and hours and hours and hours of training, the other thing that we've got and we've built for you is what we call our resource vault. Inside of our resource vault, we have a number of different things. We've got some incredible market research tools for you. We've got a very cool niche finder that's going to help you find profitable niches to get into. We, of course, have our app development software. We actually have 2 different app builders that we're going to make available to you in our resource vault. And finally, a lot of different marketing tools and resources to help you promote and market your apps, to give them away, in essence, is what you're doing. That's what's included here. And of course, I do want to really kind of put an exclamation point on our free app builder. This is really, really powerful piece of software that you're going to have access to free of charge. And again, it's going to make it very, very easy and very simple for you to build these apps and do it very quickly. Like I said, I'm able to build most of our apps it doesn't take me any more than, say, 30 minutes, sometimes even less than that. So our free app builder, of course, is going to be available to you. So here's what it comes down to. I just want to ask you a couple of quick questions before I wrap it up here. Are you ready to start a long-term sustainable business? Are you ready to use our training to start making money part-time in as little as 21 days? And are you ready to generate a 6-figure income simply by making and giving away free apps? Are you ready? Here's what you get with our program. I want to kind of put it all in perspective here. 6 weeks hands-on training, easily a $1,500 value. I've seen so many programs out there that are charging anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for their program. Our resource vault alone, with the market research tools, the niche finder, the app development software, and the marketing tools and resources, easily is a $1,000 value. Our app network actually is priceless. I had to put some kind of value on it, so I put $1,000 value on it. Really, total value of our entire program, at least $3,500. At least $3,500. But let me tell you this. Here's what you really get with our program. This is what you really get. You get a simple 5-step success formula, which we went through earlier. You get a non-techie friendly app builder. You don't have to be a computer geek. You don't have to be a technical type person to be able to use this. That's what you get. You get an incredible amount of training that takes you from being a novice to an expert in 6 weeks' time. And finally, you get all of the resources you need to create a 6-figure income. And you get all of that part-time. Here's how you can participate. When we put this together, we said we want to make this affordable for just about everybody. Okay? So we created a one-time payment of only $497. But for our webinar audience, for those of you that are watching the webinar, I wanted to create something even better than that. So we created a one-time single payment offer. We took $100 right off of our, which is ridiculously low price anyway, one single payment of $397. But we know, obviously, that the marketplace, that the economy is tough, it's tight. So we wanted to do one extra thing. For those of you that are unable to do that one single payment, we don't want to create a big barrier for you. We want to make it simple for you. We created a 2-payment plan, $199 each over the course of 2 months. So for only $199, you can get involved. You can jump into our program and be able to start taking part in this incredible opportunity. And that's really what it comes down to. The other thing that I wanted to add in here, One of the most important aspects is being able to identify profitable niches, okay? Profitable niches that you're going to build apps for. I've got a couple of buddies of mine that came up with this incredible product called Niche Opportunities Revealed. They've got a company called Opportunity Marketers. It's a series of video trainings that show you how to easily identify profitable niche markets. They're selling it for $97. I'm going to throw it in for anybody that's signing up right now. I'm going to throw this in, this webinar only bonus that will help you, even over and above the training that you're going to get from us, will help you really identify key niches to be able to build apps for and give you some great app ideas. So here's what it comes down to. There really is a window of opportunity open right now, no question about it. There's a window of opportunity open. This is an incredible marketplace. There are so many opportunities here for you to be able to take advantage of. We're making it as simple and as easy as possible for you to take advantage of these opportunities that exist right now with the program and the package that we've put together. Take advantage of this, folks. Dive into this opportunity. Take part in this opportunity. You won't regret it. It's going to be one of the best things that you've ever done. You can see that there's a URL on the screen right here that you can go to, socialapincome.com/win. You go there, you'll be able to get all the information, everything that I've shared with you. You'll be able to get the bonuses that I just talked about, the discounts that I just talked about as well. If you go there and you can get that taken care of, get signed up, get plugged in. Let us help you take advantage of this incredible, crazy marketplace. With that, I want to go ahead and wrap up the primary and what we've done. I want to open it up for some questions right now. If any of you have any questions that you would like to ask, just simply type them in and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. I can see we've got one in here. Somebody asking, is it really that non-techie friendly? I don't know anything about software. How simple is it? It's so simple that we have 75-year-old grandmas in the program building apps using our software, using our program. That's how simple it is. It's super, super simple. Okay? Once you learn, it's like riding a bike. You know, I can remember when I was a kid and I first got on that bike and it was shaky and it was wobbly. My dad took the training wheels off. I was scared to death. But the minute I got my balance, it was Katie bar the door at that point. I was out riding around. I mean, it was like I couldn't imagine that I was ever afraid of riding the bike. It's exactly what it is here. Once you go through the process of building your first app, the rest are super simple, super easy. So it's very, very simple, very, very easy. Other question we have is coming up with ideas. You know, I'm not sure if I can come up with ideas for apps. That's exactly what we're doing in that first module. We're spending so much time teaching you how to find the right niche markets. These niche markets will generate the ideas for you. We're going to show you how to generate these app ideas. You're not going to be short of ideas. And listen, if for whatever reason you're simply going to work with Angela and myself, and we're going to help you generate those ideas. We've done that with a couple of our students that for some reason just kind of hit a wall trying to figure out ideas, but we'll definitely help you do that.